Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this National Wheelchair Basketball League game here. Second game of the round with the Manly Wheel Eagles coming to town to take on the Carina Leagues Club Southern District Spartans. And my name is Mal Crawford. I'm joined up here in the booth by Jacinta Govan. Jacinta, welcome.
Hello there, Mal. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be doing a men's game for this league for the first time for me. I'm very excited to see the Spartans and a little bit of New South Wales flavour for my liking, the Manly Wheel Eagles. I'm pretty excited for this one, given last night's results as well.
Well, yeah, Southern District Spartans came out and were able to put almost a 20-point victory on, 78 for them over Manly Wheel Eagles 59. And of course we went down ahead of time and had a chat with Coach Foy about how he wanted to turn things around. And look, it was all about getting Bill in the front court and Manny some more high quality looks, getting them effectively just getting them up into the paint, getting them some looks and some baskets, and not getting them clogged in the backcourt.
Yeah. With a heavy focus, I think, on their two main players in Emmanuel Fuentes Cervantes and also Bill Latham, number 12, who's just there in the jump ball. Both of them having significant playing experience as well that they're adding to this Manly team.
And tippity-whippity-boo, we are underway with Jansen's coming down for the Manly Wheel Eagles. And Laird tried to snag that one out of the back, but Jansen's gets it to go.
Yeah, you talk about experience in this Manly side, which we can talk a bit more about as the game continues, but Cohen Jansen's is arguably the person on this court right now that has the biggest wealth of experience in wheelchair basketball.
Laird going back, trying to get it. He's got hands down. There's a foul on the floor, though. And that one's going to be on Latham, captain, of course, of the Manly Wheel Eagles. And of course, they are the Sargood Foundation Manly Wheel Eagles. Most lost that one was Jordan Bartley. Goes left. Jansen's going to pick up that foul. And last time Manly Wheel Eagles were here, they took on, of course, the Titans, the development team here at Southern District. And we didn't see Jansen's until late in the second quarter. And, of course, as you can imagine, someone with his ability and experience had quite the impact for the Manly Wheel Eagles. They were able to stretch their league out and get up and over the Titans. But here to start this one, that's going to be 2 points apiece.
Yeah, and Jordan Bartley is someone who's been around the scene for a little while. Also used to have a job with BQ, actually, in the tech and development department. But, yeah, he's been averaging consistent numbers across points, rebounds, and assists for the Spartans this season.
Jansen's from the elbow.
Ooh, that's a huge shot. Huge shot. With range. He didn't hesitate at all.
Yeah, it's always tough when the wheels are rolling backwards as well, but Jansen didn't let that one faze him. Laird thought about it. Kicks it to Bartley instead. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Laird has it. Shots up. It's long. Jansen's comes down with the rebound. We've got a bit of traffic jam ahead of Jansen's. Draws the defenders and kicks ahead to Baxter. He pulls over to the left. His captain's there. And able to take the ball. Jansen's inside. Wanted the foul. Did Cervantes. Laird in the paint. Pops it in for 2.
Number 4, Ethan Laird, 4.0.
Cervantes has it taken away by the captain of the Spartans. Forward. Laird now looking to get out in front. Big stop defensively there by Simpson. Round it goes. Fires up and in for Foxley Connolly.
Sixth place for
Tess
Carina Leagues Club, Southern District
looks
Spartans.
ahead to the Spartans captain. Excuse me, Wanley Wheel Eagles captain. He's now hovering. Only 10 seconds on the shot clock now. Gets to the Jansons. Fires away. Rattles out. 6 points here now for the Southern District Spartans. Carina Leagues Club, Southern District Spartans, as they look to stretch that. Inside forward has it tipped away by Latham. Going the other way now.
Number 23, Jake.
A lot of movement so far from both teams at both ends of the floor. A couple of games with the Gold Coast Rollers women's side, there was a lot of pressing in the backcourt, but I think this game here with the men's and Victoria Simpson, of course, here for Manly, there's a lot of movement, a lot of fluidity for both teams. Both teams getting some really nice looks under the basket and for their primary scorers too.
Jansons to Latham. Shuffles into the right spot. Long on that one. 6:16 now here left in the first. Southern District Spartans on 6 points. Manly Wheel Eagles on 4. Forward, misconnection there. Actually, Connolly has it. Laid at the top, fires away. 3. Ball is up. It won't drop. Forward, can't put it in for 2. Wheel Eagles. Kick it ahead. Cervantes. A little bump there. Fading away, fires for 2 and drops it in. Over top of Daniel Anstey.
Yeah, that's tough from Cervantes. He's averaging 23.8 points per game, 13.5 rebounds per game, and 7.8 assists per game for the Eagles. But the Spartans have done a good job so far limiting his touches and forcing that tough shot over the hand of Daniel Anstey.
Laird can't keep that one in. Can't connect with his teammate either. That's going to be Wheel Eagles ball. As again, Spartans look to clog the backcourt. Cervantes on the fast break. There's a gap up the middle. Pops it in for 2.
That's an excellent baseline play, especially from the backcourt. You don't see that very often, a play set up from the backcourt of the for when on offense. Just being able to part the middle of the court for Cervantes to make that layup.
Looks like Connolly fires away, and that's another 2 for him. 8 points apiece. We're all tied up here in Carina. Cervantes. Janssens has good position inside. Goes to him now. It's up. It won't drop. It was very good position, read well.
Great catch as well by Janssens, but Anstey just able to get a hand to that and putting him under pressure.
Fires away for 3. That one won't drop for Jordan Bartley. Chair movement there from Cervantes. Completely turned around so quickly. As Janssens inside. And Wheel Eagles really looking to put a statement out early. Come up strong. Forward, can't get that one to drop. Now we have a foul inside on Daniel Anstey as he's gone to the basket.
Number 32.
Look, Manly might have gone down by 20 points last night, but they're coming out strong here to start this one.
Yeah, and Janssens, that's going to be his second foul, and we are 3:45 away from quarter time. So I wonder if the coach is going to give him a quick spell. Don't want to risk him getting the third. I did like, though, in that last offensive possession, Bartley had a pretty decent shot there on transition, but he just showed a little bit of patience and waited for Fullwood on the inside to get a great shot for his team.
Number 2, Daniel Anstey. Shot for Manly.
As we like to say, practice free throws, kids. Obviously, Daniel Anstey has been. Knocks both down.
Well, according to the official WBA website, the Spartans have only been shooting 48.3% from the free throw line. And if that's up to date, then compared to their performance today, the Spartans are shooting at a much higher clip.
Yeah, look, can confirm that stat does sound correct from the home games I've seen from them. Cervantes. Looking for options. Keeps the dribble alive. Fires away. Shorts at that one on the fadeaway roll.
Great defense again there by Anstey. He was stuck there in a 2-on-1 situation and managed to force a tough shot.
Laird fighting his way in. Gets to the edge of the paint. Keeps the roll going. Fires away. Ends up on the floor though. He's back up on 6 wheels once more. Baseline ball for the Sargood Foundation. Manly Wheel Eagles. Toria Simpson. Handoff there. Montez kicks ahead now to Latham, the captain. It's captain on captain at the moment. His chairs collide. Oh, Latham can't get that one to go. Popped up, but not in by Tarleton. But he's going to head to the stripe now after he's been fouled.
2 shots to number 10, Cooper Tarleton.
Yeah, I'm just liking the last couple of times down the court from Manly. There's been a lot of focus, understandably, on Fuentes Cervantes. But that's just allowing the rest of the Manly players to get in a really good position as a secondary scoring option.
Second one drops. And we're going to have some substitutions.
Going out is number 4, Ethan Laird.
Gus Alios Alonso is going to check in for Spartans, as well as Hayden Sieber checking in as well.
Gus Alonso.
Alios Alonso fires away early, not wasting any time after checking in. Huxley Connolly from about the elbow, pops it in. I believe he's on about 4 points so far.
I think we're up to about 6, and he's shooting at 100% from the field so far, and showing his range as well, which has been outstanding.
That's going to drop in for Cervantes. Alias Alonso brings it over half. It's almost all the way into the paint before having to flip it over to Bartley. Bartley, Foxley Connolly puts it up with that one hand, can't get it to drop. Manny kicks it ahead. Taken out of the air though by Hayden Sieber. Jordan Bartley into the paint. Kicks it around. Gus Alonso. Gus short on that one. Tracks down his own rebound, puts it back up. There'll be a late foul on the floor.
Foul score number 7.
Gus checking with the referee there around on the floor. I was shooting.
And you can hear some of the fans and the family and friends here in the crowd just saying, shoot the ball, Jordan. Shoot the ball. He was wide open there on that last possession, perhaps being a little bit too unselfish, giving it up there to Alonso. But I agree. Shoot the ball, Jordan.
Flipped around. Gus now has Manny in front of him. Pops it up. Can't get it in. Foxley Connolly for another 2.
Number 9, Braden Foxley Connolly.
He's having a great game. I think 6 points, as we mentioned before, and he's also up to 3 or 4 rebounds. I think most of them have been offensive as well.
As Manly Wheel Eagles get it over half fairly quickly. But a little bit clogged now. A little bit bogged down by this defense from the Southern District Spartans. Fires away and in. Latham gets it to go.
And I think some little cheeky banter as well after that shot between Latham and Sieber. But I thought he was going to hit the roller on the inside with Conroy open on the inside there.
Oh, what what a set of hands that passes went through. Starting with Bartley, of course, and flip through. Basket doesn't come, but
8 seconds in the backcourt. Spartan ball.
and again, Spartans defense coming up strong. First 8 second in the backcourt call of the game. Spartans showing off their full court defensive pressure here early against the Manly Wheel Eagles. Last couple of seconds. That's going to drop in for forward. 4 seconds left now in this quarter. Manny kicks ahead. Bill Latham now has it. Tries to turn his chair around to fire away. But that is going to bring us to first quarter time. And Jacinta, a strong defensive performance here from Spartans.
Yeah, it's been an excellent defensive performance so far. And speaking to their coach before the game, one of their key focuses was defensive pressure along with some poise on offense. I think we're definitely seeing that from the Spartans. Just being able to limit touches for Manly. They've been doing a great job on Fuentes, Cervantes, whether it's from the likes of Daniel Anstey or Eden Jordan Bartley there at the back end of the first quarter. But I wonder if Manly's going to change it up a little bit. I mean, they've also had a great quarter. They've had some of their key players getting better shots, which was part of their game plan coming into this one. But I think a couple of times for Manly, I've seen some of their main shooters being double teamed, and they've got other players who are open on the roll, and I wonder if they're going to start looking at that a little bit more.
Yeah, look, can't help but think that they've got to come up with something, a little bit of a different look here on the back of Spartan's very strong start, which of course was part of Coach Foy's chat with us, about Spartan's ability to keep their players in the backcourt and really slow them down. Spartans have been able to do that here to start this first quarter. Can they do it for 4 quarters? We'll have to wait and see. But strong start for Spartans. Manly Wheel Eagles, though, still with plenty of options and plenty of time. They're only down by just 1 point here to start at the start of this game. So we'll have to see how we go. And we're about to have some more action.
And the Spartans' defense early in this game is starting to be reflected in the statistics too. They're leading the rebound count 11-8. They've got 2 steals, and they've also forced Manly to throw 3 turnovers in that quarter. So I think defense is certainly key for Spartans at this point.
Ready for the second quarter.
Field goal percentage, though, Spartans on the lower end, they're only shooting at 31% to Manly's 53%.
And driving to the paint was Jordan Bartley. Flipped it up, couldn't get it to go. Fires ahead. Manny Cervantes, we see sparks on the floor between these two teams. Fires in. Jansen's just on the fade. Can't get it to drop. Manny drives in. Tracks down the rebound of Jansen's, but can't get his shot to go. Gus Elios Alonso. He's going to be fouled by Jansen's on the floor. And, of course, Elios Alonso flipped that one up in the air and called for the 3 ball. Wanted the 3 shots on the line with a cheeky smile at the same time, though. So,
but the 3 that we need to be worried about is that was Jansen's 3rd foul, and we're only 40 seconds into the second quarter.
Yeah, obviously absolutely crucial for the Sargood Foundation Manly Wheel Eagles. That one front rimmed by Zach Binns. Long on that attempt by Hayden Sieber. Coming away quickly. Love the chair control there from Cervantes. Gets into the paint, is long with it. We've got a late foul call. And that's going to be a push. That one's going to go on Foxley Connolly.
7. Okay, fine. Yeah. We'll go that way.
Excuse me, Hayden Seabar in the end is going to be pinged with that one. A little bit of confusion.
Teams first.
Bill Latham to the top. Manny going one way, going the other. Rolls into the paint, off the glass for two. Bartley brings it over half. Spartans. Defense doesn't come for the Wheel Eagles. Spartans now put it through the hands.
That was called on number 9.
That's going to be on Baxter for the Manly Wheel Eagles.
His first, team second, Spartan ball.
Zach Binns gets it back in, and we're back underway here. Stop from Victoria Simpson. Good hands there from Latham, and eventually will be a Manly Wheel Eagles ball. Kicked ahead to Manny.
Nice job there from Latham, using that mismatch to his advantage. Going the extra reach to put Seabar under some serious defensive pressure, but looks like the Spartans are repaying that defensive pressure, pushing Fuentes Cervantes all the way back into the halfway line.
Latham can't get that one to drop, and it's going to come away with Seabar and the Carina Leagues Club Spartans. It's inside. Bartley held onto it, kicked it around to Binns. Back to Binns, long two is up. Shorts at this time. Latham and Fuentes Cervantes fighting over the ball. Again, Spartans doing a good job of just making it really difficult defensively for the Wheel Eagles to get any good position inside the paint. As Latham says, no worries, I'll shoot from outside the paint, no big deal.
Yeah, that was a really veteran play there from Latham and Janssens. Latham was tied up being double-teamed down low, I think in a miscommunication. That freed up Janssens, but by the time the second defender left Latham, he was wide open there on the roll.
As Bartley fires away. Binns snatches it out of the air, though. Janssens, there's definitely some chair contact. Leos Alonso for two.
Gus Alonso.
Rolling back and overhand of Fuentes Cervantes. That's a really tough shot, keeping the Spartans alive in this one.
And misconnection there between Janssens and Cervantes. As we're going to see some substitutions coming in. Janssens is going to check out. I think that's Coach Foy's way of playing a little bit of chicken there. I think he gave it a couple of minutes and it was like, yeah, that's enough. And Janssen doesn't want to pick up that fourth.
He was at risk of getting his fourth in the last possession as well. So I think it's probably a good idea that he has a spell for a little while. He's going to be really important for Manly in the back end of this game if we continue to trade baskets.
Round we go. Long two is up, front rimmed. Comes down with Emmanuel Cervantes. He's on the break now. He's going to try and get himself into the paint and does. Sliding through. 2 points. 5:47 now left here in the second quarter of action. 21 for Manly. They have a 3-point lead over the Carina Leagues Club. Southern District Spartans, as Latham has just handed the ball. Daniel from the elbow. That's two for him. Two more for him, I should say. And we have a timeout from Coach Kyle.
Yeah, really nice pull-up J at the elbow there for Fuentes Cervantes. I think he's starting to get some momentum in this game, and looking statistically from the scoring development as well, everything's going Manly's way this quarter so far, hence the lead that they have. And keeping in mind that you can keep up to date with all of the live stats, including all the stats, the box scores, and the play-by-play at the official WBA website. But yeah, let's take a quick look, Mal, at some of the leaders. We've got Foxley Connolly for the Southern District Spartans leading his team with 8 points, and Fuentes Cervantes is on 12 points, leading all scorers, and obviously for Manly as well. I think Spartans were getting some really good looks in the first quarter. They're still getting some pretty decent looks, but I think people who are usually facilitators need to start shooting the ball themselves a little bit more. So you don't want to fall into the habit of being a little bit predictable, because that's going to make the defense's job a lot easier.
Yeah, it certainly is. If you're a double-headed monster, it always makes it trickier. For sure, especially when you've got, you got the range that some of these players have. But Gus, Elias Alonso is going to chuck it back in for us here at the Roland Cowan Stadium as Carina Leagues Club. Southern District Spartans look to get back into this one. The defensive pressure was really going well, but as soon as there was a slight crack in their armour, Manly Wheel Eagles were able to get some buckets, but Elias Alonso rims that one out. Good pass ahead there to Gathorn. Latham. Kicked inside. It's up. That one won't drop there for Conroy. They're coming the other way now with Southern Districts.
But that's the kind of plays I was hoping to see for Manly, making sure some of their other players who are open on the roll getting those scoring opportunities.
Laird at the top. Fires away. Splashes it.
And just like that, a three-pointer can put the Spartans back in momentum, and this certainly helps here getting a steal in transition as well.
21 for the Spartans, plays 23 for the Manly Wheel Eagles. And Laird, after having a fairly quiet first quarter, feels like he's everywhere all of a sudden since his time out. 4:12 left now before halftime. Kicked ahead to Thorne. And that defensive pressure is back from Spartans. And they've got another steal. Fairly well an unforced turnover there. Laird looking for options ahead. Gathorn, good job turning the chair. Hand in the face. Elias Alonso can't get the basket though. He's in a good spot. Head to Gawthorne, and we've got a foul on Elias Alonso.
Foul call number 4, Ethan Laird. His first personal foul, first team foul.
Yeah, but see, Spartans are still getting really good looks, but it's just coming down to field goal percentage here, Mel. Spartans so far are just 8 from 29, shooting at 27% overall, compared to Manly. They've only shot 21 shots so far, so a good 8 behind, but they're 11 from 21 at 52%, so certainly giving them the edge and probably a bit more of the momentum in this quarter.
Gathorn can't track down his own there. After that contact before, he wanted an unsportsmanlike foul. Didn't get it. Up and in on Daniel Anstey. Pops it in for 2. And just like that, we're back to a tied game with just over 3 minutes left in the half. Screen comes by Wood. Cervantes. Can't get that one to go. Tracked down by Gathorn. Up and in by Latham.
Almost a defensive assist there from, I think it was Foxley Connolly, who came over to help out on an easy-looking bucket from Fuentes Cervantes. But, if you're going to let offensive rebounds go astray, you're going to get punished, unfortunately.
As Laird fires away from 3, but no one tracks down the rebound, and we're back with a Sargood Foundation Manly Wheel Eagles ball. Latham now turns, looks ahead. For a split second, everything was open. Wood fires in the paint, and that pops it in for 2. And the Sargood Foundation Manly Wheel Eagles find themselves with a 4-point lead now. And another turnover for the Spartans. Wood tries to get out in the break. Surrounded now by Spartans players. Daniel Cervantes. Great chair control, just strength. Flips it around. Tipped by Laird. And he thought he was tipping it to a teammate, but no one came over and grabbed it, so thought he was going to be out on the fast break.
Yeah, I think also that he probably would have preferred just to either let it go out of bounds because the shot clock was going to expire, so it's probably best to leave it rather than leaving your opposition with 1 second on the shot clock, which doesn't sound like much, but a lot can happen in 1 second. You know, the likes of Jansen's or Latham can easily, set almost like a volleyball set. Just needs a bit of a touch and it's going in. But probably a good timeout here for Spartans, I think, so they can finish off this quarter strong. Defensively, defense is really keeping them in it. They've done a fantastic job on the scout on especially Fuentes, Cervantes and Latham. I think another area they might need to tighten up on is probably some offensive rebounding or some rebounding. Manly have only got 3. And Spartans have got 7, so that's probably something that they can continue to pursue as well. So the Spartan story so far is defense, second chance points, but they've just got to back themselves now and start putting in some layups.
That's it. Seems simple from up here, right? Nice and simple.
Oh, nice and simple. Right. Yeah, when we're sitting in a comfy chair and getting to watch this game unfold. Easy for us to say, but a lot harder to do in reality.
Certainly is, but we're almost back to live action. 1:42 left on the clock. 4-point lead here for the Sargood Foundation. Manly Wheel Eagles. Spartans going to come away with it. Leos Alonso threads his way into the paint. Nice easy layup there for 2 points. We now have a 2-point game. And again, defensive hustle out of the break from Spartans, but Latham is able to find a seam. And we've got some chair contact, which again was part of Coach Kyle's pre-game conversation, keys to victory. Laird pulls the break, turns out. Just over a minute left now, 3 balls up. No one's going to splash. His second 3 ball of the quarter. Bill Latham's been able to break out of the backcourt. So there's Emmanuel Cervantes, but has it taken away from him by Gus Elias Alonso. Dribbling into the paint now, pulls up. Will he fire? He does, off the glass, in for 2. And Carina Leagues Club, Southern District Spartans have a 1-point lead. Kicked ahead now. Hawthorne. That's the Cervantes screen. Laird does a good job of blocking, so does Foxley Connolly. Hawthorne gets into the paint, has a tip though by Gus Elias Alonso. Flipped ahead to Laird. 8 seconds on the shot clock. On the game clock, sorry. He puts it up and in. And he's going to be fouled and head to the stripe. And he is absolutely pumped for very good reason there, Jacinta.
Gosh, what a huge and one play to end the first half in transition as well. I'm just so impressed by how well Laird can change direction at speed, and especially when he has some bigger opponents waiting for him under the basket and gets that 3-point play with ease.
Yep, the old-fashioned way. Manly Wheel Eagles now. 3 seconds to do something. Looks like the Thorns just going to try and flick it ahead. They won't have time to get it ahead to Wood. But such a strong start there from Spartans. Manly Wheel Eagles didn't go away. And in fact went on some runs of their own. But a very strong finish from the Spartans to close out the quarter, the half, and effectively give themselves, all that energy going into the halftime break.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, Mal, the Manly Wheel Eagles were essentially dominating the second quarter for the most part offensively, just getting some nice steady buckets as the quarter continued. But yeah, the Spartans coming home strong there. I think it would have been about 6 to 8 points in a very short period of time. Going back to how important it is to making your layups, making those open shots, increasing that field goal percentage just that little bit, and now they're going to the locker room. Well, doesn't look like they're going to the locker room, but at least now they have the halftime break with the lead.
And speaking of halftime break, we will step away here at the halftime break. We see Carina Leagues Club, Southern District Spartans on 33 points. Manly Wheel Eagles 4 points back on 29. And of course, this WBA is supported by the Beluga Foundation. And that will bring us to halftime here. We'll be right back with second half action as part of the National Wheelchair Basketball League. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this Wheelchair Basketball Australia production of the National Wheelchair Basketball League. Of course, Wheelchair Basketball Australia is proudly supported by the Beluga Foundation. But this game, second game of the weekend here at Roland Cowan, and an absolutely crucial one for both teams as they both try and make the finals here later on in the year down in Manly. And look, Wheel Eagles find themselves without the lead after a very strong finish to that first half there, Jacinta.
Yeah, absolutely. A really strong finish. As we see, Jansen's there with this a lovely textbook layup, but strong finish from the Spartans going into halftime. Ethan Laird is leading his team now with 11 points. Last night he had a triple-double with 15, 10, and 13 against the same side. And he's supported by Foxley Connolly, who has 8 points and 3 rebounds for the Spartans. But for Manly Wheel Eagles, Fuentes Cervantes leading all scorers there for Manly with 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And we also have Bill Latham on 8 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Latham now with the ball. Wheel Eagles able to get it over. But now Spartans defense again being difficult, not allowing options inside the paint. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Jansen's fadeaway two, and the splashes again. He has been on today, but he's also on 3 fouls.
Yeah, that's right. I just hope that he's able to control himself well enough to stay in this game. Manly obviously going to need him when he's able to score shots, score like that under pressure.
And forward's going to pick up that foul for the Carina Leagues Club, Southern District Spartans. As Manuel Cervantes has a bit of a smile on his face. Bit of a chat with the referee on the way to the sideline. And back to him now. He drives to the baseline. Into the paint. Set up and in for 2. Fantastic screen there from Victoria Simpson.
Simpson, I think, is a bit of an unsung hero. We probably haven't done her justice and spoken about her enough this game, but she set some great screens for her teammates. Always in the right spot, the right time, and then on the defensive end as well, putting the Spartans under pressure.
That lead 3 looks so good out of the hand, but long. Jansen's comes down with it. Almost triple team there, passes through it, and Manly Wheel Eagles on a little bit of a run now. Jansen gets in good position, holds the ball up, around the rim, Latham, he gets his to go, forward from the Spartans, unable to stop that shot from Latham. And just like that, Watt Spartans lead as they find themselves now down by 4.
Yeah, it can change very quickly when you've got such an experienced side like Manly, who surprisingly only joined the WBA in 2024, but they've done a great job assembling a very well experienced team. Should also mention that they usually have the likes of Georgia Munro Cook on their roster, who's also playing in the Women's League for the Sydney Blues. And they also usually have Matthew McShane, who's also got some rollers experience. They're both away in South Africa at the moment at the inaugural 3x3 Wheelchair World Cup. Got a commentator friend there covering the action, staying at the lovely Sun City in Johannesburg. But yeah, so imagine the likes of McShane and Munro Cook as well in this Manly side, who just continue to shoot at a great clip of 56%. I'm surprised Manly aren't a little bit higher on the ladder, but perhaps maybe some of those people missing here and there through the season has impacted them over the season.
Yeah, look, and it's something we've seen up here in the NBL 1 season a bit as well. When players get the opportunity to represent their country, you know, for very good reason, it's incredibly hard to turn that down, and you want them to go and get that experience and then bring it back to your squad in whatever way that can manifest as nice passes inside from Spartans, but it won't go in for Seba. Forward, shorts that one. So again, Spartans come away with another empty set. Clogging defensively. Latham flips over, can't get it to go. And Gus Elios Alonso is going to come back with it for the Spartans. It's into the paint. He's going to be fouled by Emmanuel Fuentes Cervantes. 7:24 now left here in the third quarter. And it feels like, Jacinda, we're going to have a bit of a physical encounter for the rest of this game.
Yeah, I think so, especially based on that last offensive possession with Manly going the other way. Spartans just causing a serious jam in the middle of the court, forcing the turnover. So a very sound timeout there for the Spartans. They've obviously come out a little bit more focused.
2 shots.
And just one of those classic things where, someone jumps after the first free throw and everyone else goes, whoa, 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 all right then, let's go. So it's now, they've returned for the one shot. The second free throw. Yep. Referees also checked with the bench, making sure everyone's now right. It is now just one. Second one is able to go from Gus. Bill Latham has no one in front of him. A little bit of a run ahead. Gaps opening and then closing quickly as Jordan Bartley got in front of him. Manuel Cervantes with the ball, but we've got a foul away from the ball. That's going to be on Bartley.
Jordan's second personal foul, third team foul.
Jansen's ball from the base into Latham. No one closes quickly enough, and he's able to fire it away.
39-34. Manly.
Barley at the top, thought about it, or at least shaped for it. Flipped around. Gus in a great position. Victoria Simpson did all she could, but Gus just a bit too high in the chair.
That was a great dime there from Jake Fullwood as well. I think he put a little bit of faith in that Gus was going to catch it, and it was executed beautifully.
And Bartley comes up with the steal. The solid team defense from Spartans. Offensive foul there is going the other way. And that one's going to be on Seabar. 3-point lead still currently for the Sargood Foundation Manly Wheel Eagles, as we've got 6:30 left here in the third. Latham looking for options. Has a little bit of space there. Now he's got some time and clear space. Gets it into Jansen's. Eyes it up. That one won't drop for Fuentes Cervantes. Some chairs getting caught up in back play. Gus Leos shapes the cut back to the center, then goes baseline, puts it in for two.
Just wheeling and dealing with Jansen's down there. He took the risk and it paid off.
Fuentes Cervantes is going to be fouled.
Foul score number 7. Offensive foul.
No, my apologies. That's going the other way.
Manly, Victoria Simpson.
Victoria Simpson drawing that foul.
Big hit from Simpson, not backing down from the challenge with the likes of, it was Gus Alonso heading in her direction. Did a great job standing her ground, unfortunately picking up the offensive foul though.
Gus, left open, lines it up, misses to the right that time. Out of bounds. Sargood Foundation, Manly Wheel Eagles ball.
I like that he's feeling it, but I think the Spartans could have benefited of just getting through an offense, getting the ball through hands and making sure they got a really good score just to put them up by one, even if it's just the mental game to have the edge over Manly.
Sargood Foundation, Manly Wheel Eagles. Oh, the miss there from Jansen's. And we've got Vans down.
Foul call to number 1, Emmanuel Fuentes Cervantes. Spartan ball.
And that's going to be on Emmanuel Cervantes and, of course, Gus drawing that foul. Gus Elios Alonso for the Carina Leagues Club, Southern District Spartans drawing that one. Which, not going to lie, Jacinta, Manly bench didn't really seem to like that one. They thought there was a little bit of, a flop involved.
Yeah, they did. The one team was calling for an unsportsmanlike, the others calling for a flop. You got to take your chances. You're going to cast a little bit of influence into the referee's mind, but they've done a good job as well, also standing their ground and sticking to their calls. It's getting into a very testy time of this game. I think each team's just getting a little bit kind of heated, which we like to see in the gameplay, but this timeout, I think, is just going to help everyone regulate and refocus, because the last 5 minutes of this cliche championship quarter can be very important. But it's cliche for a good reason, I think. But having a look at some of the statistics too, this quarter, Southern District Spartans had a more stronger scoring start to the third quarter, but Manly, again, have just been able to chip away and be more consistent in the back end of the third. Manly, though, throwing 12 turnovers, so the Spartans' defense is still showing strong. 9 steals for Spartans, but they're losing the rebound count now, 20-24.
Bins now for the Southern District Spartans, looking for options ahead. Foxley Connolly left open by Latham, it won't go. Daniel Fuentes Cervantes comes down with it, and clang of chairs. And it's going to come away with the Spartans. Nice behind the back dribble. Always see that in the chair game. Inside, Hartley off the glass, 2 points. And Southern District Spartans now. Southern District Spartans have the 1 point lead with 4:37 left in the third.
40 points, 39 to the Carina Leagues Club, Southern District Spartans.
Toria Simpson kicks ahead. 2 seconds to get it over. Emmanuel Fuentes Cervantes is able to do that just in time. Gets himself into the paint. Holds that body control. Keeps the ball away from Elios Alonso. And is able to draw the foul and get to the stripe.
I think Alonso was just coming in a little bit too hot there, trying to back up. I think it was Zach Mins that was trying to guard Fuentes Cervantes in the as rim protection, and just a foul from behind. We've seen quite a few fouls, I think, from behind the shooter this game.
Fuentes Cervantes pops it in with so that's been called on Seabar. He's jumped the 3-point line, I believe. Or Foxley Connolly has, either way. They've jumped the 3-point line earlier, so Manly Wheel Eagles been given an extra shot. And Fuentes pops it in. Flips the net on the pass, but Bin's still able to track it down. Seabar from the free throw line, in and out. Ahead, off his chair though. No. Sargood Foundation, Manly Wheel Eagles almost able to connect on the full court pass there, but just a misconnect on the catch.
Yeah, impressive chase down there by Alonso as well, forcing another turnover for Manly Wheel Eagles.
Binns looking for options. So Connolly looks inside. Binns unable to track it down. Nice hands there from Janssens. Janssens once more. Cervantes now just holding it, looking for options. Fires away his own shot. Janssens cleans up the rebound and pops it in off the glass. Janssens now blocked in the backcourt. Spartans, though, find themselves in a 3-on-4 position, but they're able to score from it. Great feed from Gus and finished by Jordan Bartley. Hanson's up the court. Simple handoff. And 2 points.
Lovely finish there with two defenders. Just keeping his eye up on the target. Soft touch. I think he wanted a foul as well, but the layup, I think, is going to be a lot more valuable right now than getting a foul called.
Ball's kicked around. Bartley settles into his chair, fires away. It's off to the right. Jansen's going to come away with it from the rebound. As Jordan Bartley's going to pick up that foul. As Jansen's will find himself going all the way down the other end. As Southern District Spartans now are in the bonus. First one splashes. 2:40 left now in the third. 2 from 2 for Jansen's.
42 plays 47.
Yeah, Jansen's now up to 12 points, shooting 54% overall.
Gus being hassled by Simpson. Long that time. Binns puts his up, front rims it. And he finds himself a little bit clogged. Has it taken away by Binns. Keeps the dribble going and pops it in for 2.
That keeps the spirit alive for the Spartans. Really nice steal from Minns there and a great finish as well.
Jansen's has a Simpson screen there. He's ready to use it. He gets free. Popped in for 2. And we just had a Gus Elios Alonso's chair got a little bit caught up with Victoria Simpson's, and we've also had a warning here for the Southern District Spartans.
Yeah, a bit of the carry on. Look, Simpson again, just being able to show her defensive prowess, really getting under the skin now of Gus Alonso, and sometimes that is also the mental edge you need to win these close games.
Indeed. Oh, Foxley Connolly. There's a great feed from Binns, just slightly behind. Manuel Fuentes again. He's been strong in this position. Spartans have had to send multiple defenders. Jansen's now. Bill Latham rolling. Has an off-the-ball screen. Kicked ahead to Binns. Steadies the chair, pops it in for 2.
Minns again in transition. If you notice, he didn't take a dribble. He was just able to self-propel using his upper body strength to get ahead and make that layup.
And Gus Elios Alonso is going to be pinged for that one. And that one is going to be his second, but that's going to send Bill Latham to the charity stripe.
To number 12, Bill Latham, team fouls.
1:03 now left in the third quarter. Latham finds himself on the stripe. Splashes the first.
I think defensively for the Spartans as well, we saw Daniel Anstey, number 2 for the Spartans, put on quite a show in the first half. He hasn't seen a lot of minutes though in this second half. He isn't in foul trouble either, because the Spartans have only committed 10 fouls this game so far. Would like to see him maybe get in a couple of minutes.
Binns. Just a forward to Laird. Puts it straight up and in. Ethan Laird. When Spartans have been rolling inside, a lot of it has had to do with Laird, as they're going to draw another turnover here and get the ball back after their own basket. Basket then stop. Can they get another basket now as we go very close into three-quarter time? Around. And Bartley. Binns. Puts that one in front. Puts that one down in front of defense of Victoria Simpson. It's got 50 points apiece. And that now is going to come off Manny Fuentes Cervantes' chair and be Spartans ball from the baseline with 11.5 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, captain forward coming up big in these last couple minutes with assists and defensive stops. That's probably his second defensive stop in the last minute.
Flies around the top, led 3 ball to finish the quarter, and that's going to splash. And he's going to leave the hand in the cookie jar as well, and that is going to be the end of the third quarter. And the Carina Leagues Club's Southern District Spartans take themselves into the third quarter with a 3-point lead, and again have finished the quarter with all the energy over the top of the Sargood Foundation Manly Wheel Eagles.
Well, look, as exciting as that is as spectators and fans, we love those kind of exciting endings to quarters and halves, but ultimately, if you're in that situation on court, it's not ideal. Well, the Spartans, it looks like statistically they've needed a little bit of time to kind of warm up to the quarter before things start to click on the offensive end. However, that third quarter, things were going a little bit more their way, but third quarter again, it was more Manly's way, getting a lot more momentum and easier scoring opportunities, and Spartans again leaving it just to the last minute. Spartans now need to take this momentum that they finished with the third quarter, transfer it into the fourth so they can maintain that consistency, because they don't want to keep having to play catch up, because that's not going to last forever as well. And we may be set up for an overtime game, but it's probably far too early to call that.
Never too early to call such things, Jacinta. Never too early to call such things. But look, as you say again, Spartans have found themselves, bringing that energy. Everything's starting to flow. Finishing the quarter strong. But how are they going to start? They've got to come out strong. The defense pressure needs to be there. That's when they've looked their strongest. They need to pick up that intensity and defensive energy right from the tip.
You're right. It all has to come from their defense. They've forced Manly to throw 17 turnovers in this game so far, but the Spartans have converted a lot of those turnovers into 22 points. So they've just got to get stops. They've got to get ahead in transition. They've got to start making more of their layups, increasing that field goal percentage, and I think they can clinch the win.
Laird fires from 3. Can't help but think that's how Southern District Spartans started their started the third as well, with some misses. But Bill Latham there just with the over and back, and Spartans flipping straight into that defensive mindset.
That's what I was going to mention, actually. Before the ball's even ready to be in play from the sideline out of bounds, people are already getting into position and starting that defensive pressure.
Binns puts that in for 3. A very similar spot where Laird was before. And all of a sudden there's a different energy feeling to the start of this quarter. Only 40 seconds in. How can the Sargood Foundation Manly Wheel Eagles respond? Thorne to Wood. Laird doing a good job defensively. Joria Simpson in the paint. Eps it up. Won't go. Manny for 2 in the paint. That will.
Lovely half-court execution from the Manly Wheel Eagles, just exercising a little bit of patience, waiting for Simpson off the curl cut. Just unlucky not to finish, but Fuentes Cervantes was there to clean it up on the offensive glass.
Kicked around the top now. Binns was feeling it, same spot. Not same result though, as that one's going to miss wide and be an air ball. Or as one of our co-commentators likes to say sometimes, a good shot that just didn't hit anything. Up and inside, Gawthorne can't get that one to go. Oh, it's a misconnection in the backcourt. Forward and Mitch Duncan just having a misconnection there. And that's going to give the Manly Wheel Eagles another great opportunity.
I could just see captain forward as well, just saying, mate, you got to talk, you got to call my name. If you're open for the pass, let me know.
Manny for 2. Long on that one was Fuentes Cervantes. Laird. Ben's doing a great job of getting Laird some space. Left open, doesn't fire, instead fires it round to Jordan Bartley. Misconnection between Binns and Bartley. Bartley into the paint. It's going to be fouled, and it's going to be side ball, Southern District Spartans.
Yeah, nice look there from Bartley, just able to find a lane there over that left elbow and causing number 44 Wood to foul.
First team foul.
But on the other plus side for the Spartans now, the shot clock was about to expire, but at least now they get a 14-second reset.
Laird trying to get around Simpson, is able to, flips it up and can't get it in over the ever-present just arm, tree trunk of an arm as well from Bill Latham. Manly Wheel Eagles looking to push. Wood. It was a good pass. Just couldn't track it down. And then get himself in a good position to put it up and in. Inside, Laird flipped it behind him, tried to get it to Binns. Manny Fuentes, Cervantes was there. He kicks it ahead to Wood, finds himself in good position, flips it up, and he's going to be fouled, going to the basket.
Great job from Wood, just getting the head start there on transition, and had that little bit of patience once he caught the ball of absorbing the contact from, it was Bartley that caused the foul in the end, and now he sees himself 2 shots. I think that's going to be Bartley's 3rd foul as well.
Wood, front rim's the first free throw. It just wouldn't go there for him, would it? Second one wouldn't either for Wood. Great opportunity for Manly there. They can't come away with a point from that trip to the stripe. Flipped around now. Binns has a screen. He's going to come back, give it to Bartley. He's going to fire away for 3. Now that's going to drop. 59 now, plays 52. Southern District Spartans with a small lead. As Manny Fuentes, Cervantes makes it just a little bit smaller, just 5.
Wow, slicing and dicing in that. The way that he could weave his way to the basket makes it look so easy, but obviously one of the many reasons why he's an outstanding talent in this league.
Binns kicks it back at the top. Jordan Bartley now has it. Looking for opportunities. Ethan Laird open for 3. His spot halfway down and out. And Manly Wheel Eagles now with an opportunity to eat into this 5-point lead of the Southern District Spartans. Thorne hands it off to Fuentes. Cervantes, he fires his own 3 and answers back. And just like that, we've got a 2-point game here. Part of this round's action of the Wheelchair Basketball Australia National Wheelchair Basketball League. Laird now looking to go baseline, is able to get past Wood. Pops it up and in before Latham can effectively counter with some strong enough defense. 5:15 now left in the 4th quarter. Southern District Spartans with a 4-point lead. Cervantes flips it round. Hawthorne off the glass. 2 points. 2-point lead now for the Carina Leagues Club Southern District Spartans. They flip it around. Laird to Bartley, back at the top, back to Laird. He's going to go inside for 2. He's long that time. Gawthorne almost taken away there by Laird as we've got hands down and we've got a foul on Gawthorne. Sorry, Gawthorne was fouled.
Foul call on number 11, Zach Binns.
And that's going to be Binns' foul.
His first.
Very important possession here for Manly to make sure we're tied up as we get into the last 5 minutes of this game. I think this would be a nice opportunity where someone like Fuentes Cervantes is able to look as the scoring threat, but ends up going to someone else unsuspecting.
Forward for the Spartans, snatches that one out of the air. And 2-point lead here for Spartans could be bigger on the back of this offensive set. Laird gets himself into the paint and rolls out. Or he's in there too long. Binns, long two, it's up, it's in. 4-point lead. Arena Leagues Club, Southern District Spartans.
Yeah, Binns now up to 11 points in this game. He had 13 points and 2 rebounds last night against Manly, and he's just come alive here in the second half.
Laird gets it out in front, 3-on-2 situation. Forward, off the glass for 2.
I mean, what I like about that dime the most was just the timing. Laird able to get his position in the paint, waited that fraction of a second until Forward was open.
Laird with the steal here, and eventually ends up with Forward. He can't get the second basket in a row to go. And Fuentes Cervantes kicks it ahead. Bill Latham kicks ahead to Wood. Oh! Latham stuck around though, tracked his own, missed out. And Woods eventually, on the third attempt, Manly Wheel Eagles put it in for 2.
Latham showing his leadership in transition, just directing Wood exactly where to go to be in the perfect receiver spot on transition.
Laird at the top. Oh, nice flip pass to Binns. It's up, it's in! And we've got a timeout here as we have 2:37 left on the clock. 67 for the Carina Leagues Club, Southern District Spartans. Whereas the Sargood Foundation Manly Wheel Eagles find themselves 6 points back on 61. And Jacinta, Southern District Spartans just have it rolling at the moment, seeming to be able to get into the paint and, of course, firing away from 3 with a little bit of success as well.
Yeah, they're 5 from 18 from the 3-point line, but I think the timing of them making those threes have probably been more important. The likes of, I think, Ethan Laird has taken 10 of those threes, and he's hit 3 of 10. And you've got Bartley on 1 of 5 and Zach Binns on 1 of 2. But for me, it's Binns at the moment who's getting some great scoring opportunities and playing with a lot of confidence here in the second half. Still on 11 points, 3 rebounds and 4 assists. But just when he's in the right spots, he's making Bartley and Laird's job so much easier. They're the 2 guys that really want to distribute. So when you've got people like Binns and even Foxley Connolly always ready in the right spots to score, you're just going to put yourself in a much better position to get a good shot.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal, that's for sure. Jansen's hands it down, kicks ahead to Bill Latham now. He's looking for the rest of his team to get over halfway. Again, Spartans doing good job keeping chairs in front. Jansen's now rolling back. Kicks to Latham, gets enough space, fires, he's long on that one. Jordan Bartley has it now for Spartans. Options ahead, kicks to Laird, slides through, gets it to Forward, fighting for it. That's going to be going the other way with the Manly Wheel Eagles.
I don't think Forward was expecting that. I think he was expecting Laird to shoot the layup himself, and his hands just weren't ready.
Ooh. Jansen and Laird fighting for the ball. That's going to be Laird's foul. So that's 3 fouls for Laird, and I believe it's still 3 fouls on Jansen's as well.
Yeah, you can just tell the coach to kind of telling him to call it just a little bit. We like the defensive pressure, but only you just don't want it to boil over.
Victoria Simpson's now trying to hold firm with the ball, tries to kick it to Jansen. It's going to end up with Laird, And we've got a foul. And Baxter's going to draw that foul. Excuse me, be given that foul. That's our good foundation Manly Wheel Eagle squad.
Second team foul.
And look, might be influential later. So Spartans find themselves on 3 team fouls. Wheel Eagles just on the 2. 6 points back. Are the Wheel Eagles? Could it be more? Not right at the moment. As the Laird 3 won't come off. Forward. There defensively. Cervantes now. Holding court at the top here. Minute 15 left in the game. He gets himself into the paint. Holds, puts it up, front rims. Won't drop for him. Spartans crowd loving it. Laird now out on the fast break. Flies it inside to the captain. Wood off the glass. That's 2 points. We've got under 60 seconds left now. Manly Wheel Eagles kick it in. Get it to Manly Cervantes. Victoria Simpson over half. No one else is for the Wheel Eagles. They're all held in the backcourt. Now they have numbers coming back. But they're running out of time in this shot clock. Janssens has it. Has 4 seconds. He puts it up. Front rims, but he's going to be fouled by Binns and head to the stripe for 2.
Really great job there by Mitchell Duncan, chasing down Simpson in the front court and just having her on lockdown in a very tricky position. She was kind of far from home from the basket, didn't have any backup, and that just chewed up a lot of the shot clock.
As Janssens knocks down the first. Long on the second. And Spartans can't come down. Spartans do come down with it. Wheel Eagles don't. 21-second shot clock differential. Binns has it in the paint off the Lairds. Let's be generous and call that a pass. But Binns pops it in for 2. And that is potentially going to be the nail in the coffin here for the Manly Wheel Eagles. Cervantes still fighting. He pops that in for 2. But it's still a 7-point lead currently for the Spartans, and they have the ball. We've got a foul in back play. But like we talked about earlier, with those team fouls, it's now going to work against Manly Wheel Eagles having so few, because it's not going to be bonus now, so they're going to have to foul quickly if they're going to try and get the Spartans to the free throw line and try and finish that game that way.
Scoring has really dried up for Manly. They've only scored 12 points in this quarter, which is their lowest scoring quarter so far, as we see Laird just dribbling out the rest of the time. And this quarter and this game certainly belong to the Spartans. 71-64. And Mal, as we were getting ready for the fourth quarter, we know that the Spartans ended the third with a high level of intensity and scoring, and we wanted them to continue that into the fourth, and they have certainly done that. They've completely dominated the fourth quarter, winning 18-14, everything going their way, and I think that it started on the defensive end for them especially, but the likes of Zach Binns stepping up in the second, and a lot of other bench points for the Spartans was certainly to their benefit to get this win too.
Certainly was. And look, after last night's Spartans victory of 78 over 59, you could have been excused for thinking that Manly Wheel Eagles weren't going to show up and fight, but they certainly did all game. Just Spartans just had that defensive pressure. They were able to really clog things up and make life really uncomfortable for Manly Wheel Eagles here in this one. But that is it. That's going to wrap us up here. And the Spartans, look, they came into this round needing to take away 3 victories. 2 games so far, 2 victories for them. They're trying to work their way into those top 4 spots. They still need some other results and other things to go their way, but so far they've got 2 from 2 and are looking very good considering where they currently sit on the ladder.
Yeah, absolutely. Finals hope still alive, and the finals will be held from the 29th to the 31st of August, hosted by the Manly Wheel Eagles. But one last look at the stats, Mal. The Spartans really doing it by committee. They had 26 of their 71 bench points. They forced Manly to throw 20 turnovers, and they took 13 steals and 23 assists. So really impressive stats for a very deserving win.
All right, please do make sure you get around Wheelchair Basketball Australia's Facebook, Instagram and other social pages, and of course wba.net.au is where you'll find all upcoming games, stats and informations on the teams, and of course the players as well. But that will bring our broadcast here of the Wheelchair Basketball Australia National Wheelchair Basketball League to an end, of course, proudly supported by the Beluga Foundation. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you again next time.